shit, I did it! Yes, finally! Oh my god. Holy shit, I finally killed him! I'm lucky that I got the projectile disappeared. If I didn't. Holy fuck, that took forever. Hey everybody, it's Jeff here of NVG Games, back for another episode of Top 5 Tuesdays. As you can see by the title on the screen, this is Top 5 Tuesdays episode number 5, and we're going to discuss some underrated NES games. So our first one
Number 5
is Little Nemo the Dream Master. Now, by the look of the box art of the game, which you'll see here momentarily, as well as the title, you probably think it's a kid's game, and in some respects it is, but the gameplay of it is a lot more fun than it would first seem. Now, a friend of mine had this back in the day, and I never owned it myself back then, but I did play it extensively and completed the game, and it's a really good game. And this is made by Capcom, and this was during the days where they had their formula down for how they did games. They were really good at even the licensed games, which this game is. Little Nemo is based on an anime, if I remember correctly, or no, an anime and comic strip. According to Wikipedia, the animated film was called Little Nemo Adventures in Slumberland, and the comic strip was also called Little Nemo in Slumberland. And the game is based on both of those. So in the game, Nemo has animal friends that can help him out, kind of like how Mega Man gets powers, but from Robot Masters. But Little Nemo gets his powers from animal friends, which is similar to we would see later in Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo. And Little Nemo has a frog, a gorilla, and a mole that he can use to help him proceed through the levels, and you have to use their abilities to get through the levels, and each one does different things. So it's a really fun game, and it's supposedly difficult, but I cleared it when I was a kid, so it can't be that difficult. And we'll probably do a let's play of it eventually. I don't know when, but I'll have to see if I can track down a copy of the game. But other than that, yeah, it's underrated, I think, and you should check it out if you can find a copy of the game. I don't think it's available on Virtual Console, so you would have to get a physical cartridge and a NES to play it. So number 4.
Number 4
is a game I featured recently, and that is Hosanna Do, or Hosanna Do, however you want to say it. It is another underrated NES game, and I featured it on First 15 recently. And that is a spin-off of the Dragon Slayer or Xanadu series from Hudson Soft and Nihon Falcom. And it's according to Wikipedia, the name is a portmanteau, a combination of the names Famicom and Xanadu. So that's how they got the name Xanadu, or Xanadu, however you want to say it. So it is available on Virtual Console. You can get it on that service in all 3 regions. And you can get the physical cartridge if you prefer to do that as well. And it's a really, another fun game. It's described on Wikipedia as an action RPG, but it plays more like, kind of like Zelda 2 in some ways, the side-scrolling aspects of it. There's no top-down in Xanadu, or Xanadu as I call it. But as you saw in the First 15, if you watched that video, basically you control your main character who's trying to restore the world tree for the people, and you have to go, fight off monsters and all that kind of thing. And you can level up and get it, experience and ranks and gold and better equipment and magic and that sort of thing. It's a really good game, and the music is very memorable as well. So I recommend you check it out if you're into action adventure type games.
Number 3
So speaking of Zelda 2, that is my number 3 game, and I know a lot of people deride Zelda 2 and say it's the worst in the series, and it's terrible, and it's awful, and it doesn't deserve to bear the Zelda name, but it's really not as bad as people say it is, in my opinion. The game has some awesome music. In particular, the title music is really good. And I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of it here soon. Probably on Sunday, I think it is when I'm scheduled to do the first episode. Checking my schedule here. Yep, it is this coming Sunday. I'm going to be doing a Let's Play for Zelda 2 on the NES. So it's had a lot other things that were added into the series going forward, and that was, a Dark Link. He didn't appear in Link to the Past or Link's Awakening, but he was in Ocarina of Time and the Water Temple, if you remember, and he's also been in other Zelda titles as well. So that was his first appearance, was in Zelda 2. And some of the other aspects of the game would appear as well, such as magic, which was used in Zelda 3, Link to the Past, although in a different form, and magic has been in a lot of the games in the series since. So if you haven't checked it out because you heard it was bad or whatever, you should give it a chance. I mean, definitely. Especially if you like, action-adventure type games. And again, most of the gameplay takes place from a side-scrolling perspective, though exploring the world map is done in an overhead perspective, like it was in the original Legend of Zelda, though it's a more zoomed out view than it would be in the original. And it's available, on the NES, of course, and it's available on the GameCube through the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition disc, and it was ported to the Game Boy Advance, and it's also on the Wii, 3DS, and Wii U Virtual Console services, so you have plenty of options to track down a copy of the game, whether it's being a physical copy or a digital copy. So I highly recommend it.
Number 2.
So our next game on our list of underrated NES games is Mach Rider. Now, if you're a newer gamer, you might not have heard of this game. It is available on Virtual Console on all three platforms, Wii, 3DS, and Wii U. But it was originally released way back in 1986 here in North America on the NES. And basically, Mach Rider is a motorcycle racing game. Now, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of racing games in general. I like, Mario Kart and that kind of thing, but traditional racing games I've not really, been super fond of. I do play them occasionally, but it's not something I go out my way to play on a regular basis. And I did like F-Zero as well before that bit the dust, and Nintendo seems to be uninterested in doing anything with it other than its brief appearance in Nintendo Land. But anyways, Mach Rider, you have your motorcyclist, and you race against other people and that sort of thing. So you basically have to avoid obstacles, and according to Wikipedia, I haven't played the game in years, so I need to refresh my memory here. There's oil drums, and there's enemies called the Quad Runners, and if your rider gets destroyed, he'll break up into fragments, and then he'll reform, and as long as you have energy remaining. And there's no ending according to Wikipedia, but once you complete the 10th sector, which I guess is the 10th race, the story starts over and you get a second quest of 10 new sectors. Then after the 20th one is done, it starts again with the originals. There's also a design mode included in the Famicom version of the game, but it required the Famicom data recorder, which was not released here in North America. But the Virtual Console versions have the ability to do that. You can create your own courses, whereas the NES version, the original that was released here, does not have that ability to do that. And the game has not been really seen since. It had appearances, for different aspects of it. Super Smash Bros. Melee had a remix of the Mach Rider theme and some of the other music from the game. And Smash Bros. Brawl was had it as one of the stickers, as well as another remix. And the remix was also in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U as well. And then in WarioWare Twisted, there was a minigame based on Mach Rider, and Mario Kart Wii, the Mach bike itself, which is what your character rides, is one of the bikes featured in the game that you can ride as one of the Mario Kart characters. So it has been referenced in various games since its original release, but it hasn't ever seen any actual sequel or even, you know, remake or anything like that. It's just been ported, you know, to Virtual Console, and that's it, basically. I'd like to see them bring it back eventually. I think they could do something cool with it, and maybe do like a combo pack with another F-Zero game. That would be cool. Whether that will happen or not, I don't know. Probably not. I think they've probably forgotten about it, pretty much. They're all right with, you know, referencing it in like Smash Brothers and that kind of thing, but I don't think they have any plans to do a new game in that particular vein of things.
Number 1.
So my top underrated game is Crystalis. This is a action RPG which plays quite similar to The Legend of Zelda, if you've never played it before. And it was originally released way back in July 1990 on the NES here in North America, and it was also ported to the Game Boy Color by Nintendo in June 2000. As far as I know, it's not on Virtual Console, so your only options are to get the cartridge version on the NES or the cart for the Game Boy Color. I have not played the Game Boy Color version. I've played the NES one extensively though, and I've completed it. And it's a really good game, and if you like Legend of Zelda, you should definitely check it out. I mean, it's quite similar to that. It's not identical, obviously, but it plays somewhat similar to the Zelda series. And you can actually jump in Crystalis, which is something you can't do in the original Legend of Zelda. And you get sword upgrades just like you do in Zelda. And you have a magic meter, or magic abilities. They call it Force in Crystalis, which is similar to how it works in the Legend of Zelda series. So you should definitely check that game out if you haven't done so. So that's just a quick discussion of what I feel are some of the underrated NES games. If you agree with me or disagree with me, feel free to let me know in the comments in the video. And you can hit the subscribe button here to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. We post a new one every day except for Sunday. And we also post our recorded versions of our live streams as well. So if you can't make the live versions, you can check out the recorded versions. And you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/nvideogaming or on Twitter at twitter.com/nvideogames. And you can check out our official website at nvideogames.com for Nintendo news, screenshots, trailers, and lots more good stuff like that. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and game on.